New York Times best-selling author Jeffery Deaver's next blockbuster, Lincoln Rhymes thriller, the sequel to his best-known novel, The Bone Collector, is out, and there's some more collecting going on. He's here to talk to us today about The Skin Collector. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Megan. How are you doing today?
Doing wonderful. Now, I have to tell you, to start things off, I was terrified from The Bone Collector. I still am reluctant to get into a New York City taxi, and I had nightmares for days. So, good job, I guess.
Thank you. No, the terrifying factor is what I live for. I want to scare the socks off my readers, so the fact that I've scared you off public transportation for a while does me really good.
Okay, well, this one has something to do with the subways, right? So now how are we going to get around New York City?
Yeah, that's it. The public transportation is out forever, so I guess people are going to have to get in better. They're going to get in better shape now. They're going to be walking everywhere.
Okay. Well, tell us the premise of this book.
Sure. I'm very calculating when it comes to constructing a novel. I want my thrillers to move very quickly. I have very tight plots, and they're really orchestrated with a great deal of effort on my part. Now, I not only do that for each book, but I do that for the whole arc of the series. Now, The Bone Collector was the first in the Lincoln Rhymes series. It came out about 15 years ago, and I intentionally left open a couple plot points. Two of the bad guys got away at the end, and they would come back occasionally in books in the intervening years and kind of torment my readers and torment Lincoln Rhyme as to the fact they kept getting away with things. Well, I finally decided it was time to put that to rest. So now we have the Skin Collector, where those plot points from 15 years ago are finally tied up.
I'm literally talking to you. I'm getting chills. I have goosebumps on my arms. So I'm quite serious right now.
I am so happy about that, Megan.
You seem like a lovely person, a very nice man. How do you come up with these terrifying plots?
I'm really sick and twisted. That's how it works. I'll tell you how the idea for The Skin Collector came about, and for your viewers, I'll say very briefly how the plot goes. The bad guy, the villain, is a very talented tattoo artist. What he does is he gets his victims and tattoos on them a part of a message. It's just sort of a cryptic message, and he taunts the police to figure out what that means, and if they can figure it out, they can stop the next crime. So it's kind of a roller coaster ride. Where this idea for the tattoo came about was that I was having lunch with my assistant, and the waitress came up, and I noticed on her arm she had a very interesting tattoo with some symbols on it, and I just didn't really have the idea for The Skin Collector at that point. I knew I was going to write a sequel, but I looked at her arm, and my mind did one of those funny things. It just did a leap, and I thought, tattoo, The Skin Collector, like The Bone Collector. And she looked at me and said, well, Mr. Deaver, are you okay? You're kind of gazing off into space. And I said, you just gave me a great idea for killing a bunch of people. And she looked a little nervous. It cost me a very big tip, believe me. And I also put her name. I put her name in the Skin Collector. But that's basically what the book's about and where the inspiration came from.
Now, so does she live or die in The Skin Collector?
Well, of course, if I told you that, your viewers wouldn't go out and buy the book. So you see, Megan, I'm a suspense writer, so I have to leave everybody in suspense. I will tell you, though, and tell your viewers that they will not be disappointed. In my books, the endings are generally very happy. You close the book, you'll probably read it very quickly. Most people are reading the book in one sitting, sometimes 2 days. It races along like a roller coaster ride. But at the end of the day, I think they'll be pretty pleased.
Well, very good. Well, it's really a pleasure to talk to you. I feel like I'm giving some closure to The Bone Collector right now, having talked to you. You're a nice guy. You're a good person.
Megan, you can take a cab home from work today.
Okay, sounds like a plan. Thanks so much for talking with us. Best of luck with this new one.
Bye-bye now. Thank you.